For this part of the report, I am going to tackle the degree of turbulence in the environment. The environment can be stable, that is, one in which there is little unpredictable change. Another type of environment is referred to as changing. A turbulent environment exists when changes are unexpected and unpredictable. The key environmental issues concern the nature of the pressure for change and the speed at which the organization must be able to respond and act. The level of environmental turbulence appears to influence the structure. The environmental forces surrounding the organization can be assessed according to two measures. Number one is changeability, the degree to which the environment is likely to change. For example, there is low changeability in the liquid milk market and high changeability in the various internet markets. Number two is predictability, the degree to which such changes can be predicted. For example, changes can be predicted with some certainty in the mobile telephone market, but remain largely unknown in biogenetics. These measures can each be subdivided further. Changeability comprises of complexity and novelty. Complexity is the degree to which the organization's environment is affected by factors such as internationalization and technological, social, and political complications, while novelty is the degree to which the environment presents the organizations with new situations. While predictability can be further subdivided into rate of change and visibility of the future. Rate of change of the environment is from slow to fast. Visibility of the future in terms of the availability and usefulness of the information used to predict the future. Using these factors as a basis, it is then possible to build a spectrum that categorizes the environment and provides a rating for its degree of turbulence. When turbulence is low, it may be possible to predict the future with confidence. For example, film companies like Warner Brothers might be able to use data on their film customers around the world, along with international economic data, to predict future demand for different types of films. When turbulence is higher, such predictions may have little meaning. The changeability elements influencing the organization may contain many and complex items, and the novelty of being introduced into the marketplace may be high. For example, new services, new suppliers, new ideas, new softwares, and new payment system were all being launched for the internet at the same time. Turbulence was high. Predicting the specific outcomes of such developments was virtually impossible. If the level of turbulence is high, it's called hypercompetition by some strategists, and as a result, the environment is difficult to study. The analysis recommends that in some of the sections that follow may need to be treated with some caution. However, for most fast-growing situations, including the internet, there is merit in at least attempting to understand the main areas of environment influencing the organization. It may be possible to undertake formal predictions, but it will certainly be possible to identify the most important elements. For ways of coping with the situation, here are some key strategic principles. Number one, it is important to begin an analysis of the environment with a general consideration of the degree of turbulence in that environment. If it is high, then this will make prediction difficult and impact on prescriptive approaches to strategy development. Number two, there are two measures of turbulence: changeability, which is the degree to which the environment is likely to change, and predictability, which is the degree to which such change can be predicted. Each of the two measures can be further subdivided. Changeability can be split into complexity and novelty. Predictability can be divided into rate of change and visibility of the future. All these elements can be then used to explore turbulence. In any consideration of the factors surrounding the organization, two techniques can be used to explore the general environment. These are the PESTEL, or the PESTEL checklist, and scenarios. This is with the PESTEL checklist, which consists of the political, economic, social, cultural, technological, environmental, and legal aspects of the environment. In the context of a scenario based analysis, a scenario is a model of a possible future environment for the organization whose strategic implications can be investigated. For example, a scenario might be developed to explore this question: what would happen if broadband allowed every film to be delivered in home by the year 2020 and demand for multi screen cinema showings collapsed as a result? What impact would this have on film producers and cinema chains? Scenarios are concerned with peering into the future, not predicting the future. Prediction takes the current situation and extrapolates it forward. Scenarios take different situations with alternative starting points. The aim is not to predict, but to explore a set of possibilities. A combination of events is usually gathered together into a scenario, and then this combination is explored for its strategic significance. Uh, the organization then explores its ability to handle this scenario, not because it is necessarily expects it to happen, but because it is a useful exercise in understanding the dynamics of the strategic environment. Principles. The PESTLE checklist is the study of political, economic, sociocultural, technological, environmental, and legal factors provide a useful starting point to any analysis of the general environment surrounding an organization. It is vital to select among the items from such a generalized list and explore the chosen areas in depth. Long lists of items are usually of no use. Second is prescriptive and emergent strategies take different views on the merits of projecting forward. The main elements of PESTLE checklist. The prescriptive approach favors the development of projections because they are often implied in major strategic decisions in any event. Emergent strategists believe that the turbulence of the environment makes projections of limited value. Third is in analyzing the role of influence of government on strategy. The ESP paradigm environment, system, policies can form a useful structure for this purpose. Influencing government policy may form an important element of strategy. And lastly, a scenario is a picture of a possible future environment for the organization, whose strategic implications can then be investigated. It is less concerned with predictions and more involved with developing different perspectives on the future. The aim of this is to stimulate new strategic thought about the possible consequences of events rather than make an accurate prediction of the future. Thank you for listening. Have a very good day.